Now we're going to move on from where we stopped some few weeks ago, or a week ago, whichever one. I gave you an assignment. I don't know whether you saw it in the group. That's where we're going to kick off from before we now solve a question from your past question, which I promised. But unfortunately, we went somewhere to enjoy ourselves. Thank God. We need to play sometimes and work sometimes so that our brain will be active or more active.
A few inches later.
So I'm going to repost the question. I'm going to repost it so that we'll all see what we're about to look at so that we don't need to detail it again. Please check your group. You will see the question. It's posted there. The question says, consider a project that requires $10,000 cash flow and provides 5,000 naira in year one, 7,000 naira for the next 3 years. The internal rate of return, profitability index, and modified internal rate of return of this project. Advise the firm to accept or reject this investment and give reason for your decision. That was the last question. Have you seen it? Very good. So we walk from that and then take a question from our past question and then round off this particular topic. We're still on capital budgeting under certainty. And we're going to take a question to close that so that we can now move to capital budgeting under uncertainty or risk, as the case may be. So without wasting much of our time, there's year one or year zero. Year zero. From what I've given you, our cash flow is our dollar. 10,000. Year one, according to the question, okay. Year one, the expected benefits, $5,000. Year two, 7,000. Year three, 7,000. Year four. I hope we stop by year four, Abi? Yes. Are you sure? For the next 3 years. That's year four, Abi? Year one is 5,000. And 7,000 for the next 3 years. That is 4 years, Abi? Yes. You know, fine. With this, we're going to calculate net present value, which I believe is not difficult. We use any method we like. We will have the tabular form. Go ahead, anyone you like can use, but I'm going to make sure I don't waste their time. A, net present value will give us 5,000 all over 1.1 all raised to power 1 plus 7,000. Okay, let's not waste time. Or some will prepare us to begin like that. I don't know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can we write out the formula first?
Hello?
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Good morning, Prof.
You said?
Can we write out the formula first for the NPV?
The formula is very clear. The NPA is always what you are seeing on the board.
Can we write it out first?
You don't have the formula? Were you not in the last class? Okay, that's the formula for you. Our NPV was 5,000 all over 1.1 raised to power 7,000. I would have just included the 7,000 once, but I'm believing some of us want it gradually. I would have just summed that, but let's do it the way some people understand. But the problem here is not how I will understand it, or how they will understand. The one, yes, minus CO. Remember, 7,000 is for the next 3 years. So automatically I would have summed this 7,000 from 1 to, and use that our present value annuity formula. But some of us will prefer this. After it's not that too lengthy, it's not 20 years. So let's still take it gradually the way some of us like it. Or you use what? The tabular form is a choice now. But this is what I'm going to use, because this one is faster. But if you want the tabular form, we have done so much that somebody can use any method you now please in exam. Yes, go ahead. 3 years. Which one? Oh? It says what? What is the problem with what I've done on the board? Any problem on the board? You don't like the way we did it? So what should we have done? Let's read the question. Year 1 is $5,000. 7,000 for the next 3 years. Is the grammar clear? We thank God for everything. Oh yeah, are we ready? So somebody press calculator. This should not take us more time. We don't need stress in this. The question is with us, so we don't need stress. So this is our solution. The question is, I have called this one A or B, which is MPV. Okay. So what is the result now? Our MPV is what? I hope it's positive. Somebody press. You can just, if you are using your calculator,
26 over 1 minus CO. 26 over 1 minus CO.
You said?
26 over 1 minus CO.
Minus C?
Yes, minus CO. 26 over 1 minus CO.
Is your total calculation, what's the answer? The CO is 10,000, right?
Yes, that's 16,000 then.
The answer is 16,000.
Yes.
Okay, let me cross check while I check what I put. Those are answered. How far? What do you have? You should be participating. Press this calculator and let's confirm so that we don't just write and change again. 5,000. If you are with your calculator, just say 5,000. You open bracket 1.1 raised to power minus 1 plus 7,000. Open bracket 1.1 raised to power minus 2. That's inverse. 7,000 bracket 1.1 raised to power minus 3. 7,000. Another bracket 1.1 raised to power minus 4. Minus 10,000. What do you have? See the result that changing. Others got a different thing. I'm coming, let me confirm. Because this my own will be better. So I know how to use this calculator very well. Buy scientific calculator. You don't need phone in the exam. Those of us who are yet to buy calculator, the exam is very close. January is not far. Somebody will think January is far. It's not far. That's what I want to say. It's no more December. Let me eat Christmas stories. Yes, that's 10,000. Better. What were you saying before now? People were saying 16, but I don't know what you were saying. So the right answer now, that's why let me check so that it will correspond with your own 370 Abi, 88 kobo. So the MPV is positive, Abi. If we are working on MPV alone, we should accept the project. Am I correct? But the question says we should move further again. First method, MPV. So we should calculate MPV. We have calculated that. The next one said what? Internal rate. That's B. Our internal rate of return. You know, what I tried now was 10%. That means we have tried 10%. And this is positive. We should try 20%. So that we can get MPV of what? 20.
Hello, bro.
I did here. Because you cannot do internal rate of return without MPV idea. Because internal rate of return is trial and error. We have tried 10% and we got positive. Any question online?
Hello, sir. What is CO? What value?
CO is a cash outlay project cost,
value? What
which is 10,000. CO is project cost or cash outlay, which is $10,000. Are you there? Okay, some are still worried that we should do table. Voila. The Roman figure or A. Alternatively, the table for MPV so that they don't go home unhappy. Let's make them happy. Is 10,000. Year one. How is 5,000? Year two. Okay. Okay, let me try this. Year two, I mean. Okay, year two would have said 2 to 3, but that would be an issue. 7,000. Year three, let's still write it like that, so that some of us will be clear. But apply that formula now, some of us will be finding it difficult. This is a discount factor at 10%. The present value. This is 1, Abi. Okay, let's leave that one. 1.0 is still 1. So don't waste our time now. Divide this by 1.1. Agree? Have you forgotten? This is 10%. Abi? Our idea hasn't changed. 1 over 1 plus what? R raised to power what? So our R is 10%. And that is 1.1. So 1.1. And the first one is what? 1. So get second. Divide by 1.1. Oh yeah, now. You are using that.
We have 0.90.
Oh, 0.90.
1. Okay. 1. Yes, sir. 0.9091.
Yes. Talking, you are making the screen go up.
0.9091. Divide it again by 1.1 this second year or the first time. Divide it by 1.1. What do you have? 8261. Okay. This one I got now. For us to get to year 3, divide again by 1.1. I hope you're getting the idea. 0.7513. This one I got now to get to here, 4 divided by 1.1. 0.68 what? 30. Now, this one now cash flow times discounting factor. So this one times this, what do you have? This times this.
45, 46. 45, 46.
It was 1,545.5, I mean, approximately 6. For this one, okay, for this one, 7,000 times, say what? Said 5785, I mean, good. What is the issue? Is it the approximation as the price? 65? 7,000 times this. Wait, I want to understand. Let's be sure because I must get the same answer. 7,000 times this. What do you have? You have 5. Oh, good. So another one, 7,000 times this. 525. 9. The last one, 7,000 times this. 4781. So press your calculator to add all this together for me. That means from minus $10,000 plus the rest, our NPV should give us what is on top, I believe. Please check whether it's the same thing. Confirm. Are we there? Good. Confirm whether it's the same thing with that or it's the same thing, I think. It will be 8 what? Is it still 10,370? No problem. That decimal is not an issue. Because it is what we have been approximating here. That's affecting some of it. Is that okay? So no problem. What matters like the whole value is, what is it?
That present value.
This one?
Present value coefficient, do that 3 years. It's 7,000.
7,000.
7,000 combined. Let me see.
Okay, 7,000 combined from year 2 to year 4. And still that same formula. Now you do 3 years, do 3 years, do 3 years, do 3 years. You do from 1 to 3, minus 3. Don't do, you know this 1, 2, 3. So you do 1 minus 3. And use it to multiply 7,000. Yes. Yes, so that's it. Because if you're looking at 2, 3, 4, I want to start from 2, that will be an issue. For 7,000 is for 3 years. So you do from 1 to 3, using the present value and it minus 3 on top. Is that okay? But I don't want to do that for some. If I say 2 to 3, some of us will begin to start from 2. I want to end 3, but it's 3 years. So 1 to 3. So it's okay. So this is how to do it. Either use the other formula or this one. So now for IRR, for those of us who don't know, IRR is internal rate of what? Return. In that IRR, the formula, let's write it down so that is a lower discount value plus MPV at time 1 all over MPV also at time 1. That time is being sitting as brackets minus lower interest rate. That's our formula. That means we want to do the second trial. Like I told us, if it's 10%, add what? Good. Don't give yourself stress. Add 10%. But let's assume you added 10% and it still gave you positive. That means your work still remains. Are you getting it? So that means you abandon that first one. Your new trial will be that 20%. And you do another 30. But at least 2 one must be positive. The last one should be what? Negative. They now sort out. Because it's called trial and what? Is it clear? So with this, I can clean this. Those of us online, any question? The two methods, I hope is okay. Yeah. Hello? Yes, this can lower, this can up. This one, higher, higher. Oh, yes, 10%. Yes, this can come to 10%. Are we there? I hope you are with your past question. Are you with it? Good. Remember, in this entire rate of return, we have tried 10%. I want to try 20. So I can still use this so that I won't be too much stress. Or I use the other one, have it? That's empty. That one is better. That one is faster. Or we should use this. Should we use this? Anyone, at least we have shown you two methods. You cannot choose one. So now we are looking at this, and this one is what? Try what? We have tried that. That means we are using entire rate of return now. So this is what our D. In that our B, it means we have tried what? 10. That's the first trial. 10%. Second trial. Second trial. I'm going to try what? 20%. And in this 20%, we are taking it off our MPV 2. What we are trying is that our internal rate of return has a formula of 2 ratios. Is that okay? Because it's not a formula you just apply. In the formula, there is a room for lower trial and higher trial. So we have tried the first one, and our MPV is still positive. We want to get to a point where our MPV was negative. And we're able to apply our formula for internal rate of return. And if we continue to become positive, we'll keep on trying until the last one is negative. And the second to the last is what? Positive. But in this case, we are so fortunate that when we try the first one, it's positive. When we add 10% to it, try the second one is what? Negative. So our try is not that too long. And we are working on it. Is that okay? So that's why we must try, because the formula suggests so. So our NPV now will be 5,000. No, 5,000 is not. Anyway, you want to start, if you start with 10,000 to the minus. Even the minus. So in this case, we have 1,000, 1.2, all raised to power 2, 7,000, all over 1.2, all raised to power 3, plus another 7,000 to the last one, all raised to the power of what? 4. Minus our CO, I mean. We all know what is CO by now. In case you don't know, it's cash outflow. The same thing as project costs. That should not be an issue. CO is a cash outflow. Is that okay? Outflow means is going out, and that is payment, and that is cost. So it's either you call it cash outflow, or you call it the project cost, or what it cost us to start this project. And according to this question, cash outflow is what? $10,000. And that's why there's a minus attached to it. Is that okay? Perfect. Now, from one indication, the formula can work I hope you can press on that calculator. What's the result? Yeah. Is it minus? Okay, I'm here to calculate. Since it's still positive, Abi. It's still positive. That means our trial never end, Abi. You see the idea? So we have to go to 30 now. But first of all, so 6,454, Abi. Fine. You see, at least thank God we're having this kind of story. We're having 6,000 454.1. 47.48, Abi. Hey. You can see now that we are getting positive. That means our work never finished. So to make things a little bit, let's make it 30 now, Abi. So we'll try again. We'll try 30%. And that will be MPV 3, Abi. So it's still 5,000. So this method can be tedious. If after 2 times the thing did not work, what do? You continue. It's even better when having this kind of situation so that you don't get to exam and the thing didn't work. You begin to wonder whether there's one kind of magic that is done. So it's even better when I see that kind of situation. So let's still check. Carry out multiplication. So we're trying 30%. That's 1.3. It's still giving us negative value. A positive. That means I'll try and never see through. So it's even better we're seeing this kind of situation. So that when you get the exam, you don't say, the man only tried twice.
Why if we have this issue now? Why don't we just move from that way to 40?
And that's how we're going now. We have to go to 40.
So what do you do?
We were believing that with 20, I mean, the people did 21 times, 22, and it worked. 40 is not good at it. 50 come. Just simply check it so I don't waste my time with it. So let's just see 50%. So it's even better we are seeing that time so that when you get the exam, you won't say the man only tried 2 times. It will just work like that. Okay, 50% will work. Are they? Good. So that means I don't need to give myself stress. As I've just tried this one, I just try what? 50%. Change this to 5. Change this to 5. Change this to 5. Change this small one to 5. So we're not trying 50%. And from one indication, we can still use that first and last. There's nothing wrong. You can use this one and last, or the first. What we know is that one is positive and one is what? Negative. So in this case, because of what we have done now, we are referring to so how much do we have now? Is it 98? 98 naira. 77 probably. So we have a minus here. That is minus. So we can work with the first MPV, the first one, or we use this two. Whichever one, you'll get the same word. So all we know is that one is positive and one is what? Negative. But just for emphasis sake, let's just use what we did before. So we're working either this one very close. Let's just believe that that MPV one is what we got before. Let's use this one that is very close to us. So we have IRR is equal to how many percent is this? 12, I think. So 0.1. Is it 12%? Oh, 20. 0.2 plus 6454.48 over 6454.48 minus 98.77 into 50% minus 20%. We are aware 50% is 0.5 and 20% is 0.2, and we're having here 0.2 plus 6454.48. I hope you are aware. Minus times minus is plus. So let's add these two together, somebody. 6,454.48 plus 98.77. What do you have? And this one will give us 4.3. That's 50. 6,553, I mean, 0.25. Okay, calculator can do a lot of work here. Somebody divide for us. This divide by this. This divide by this. Times 4.3. What do you have? Six, 4, like that. 0.48 divided by 655.3. Okay, 655.3. 25 cover. That's the division. Multiplied by 0.3. What do you have? This should give us 0.29, I mean. Okay, 0.3, I mean. Okay, let's even do it as this so that we'll go over. 2, 9, I mean. 5, let's do it like that. First of all. Results. We'll now add this plus 0.2 so that we can now approximate finally. That is 4.495, approximately 50%. Abi? Or 49. But this is already, Abi? So this is 50%. So that 50% will give us what? A higher return. And remember that the IRR that we got now is higher than the cost of capital. Am I correct? Therefore, we should accept. So, yes. This one. Okay, this one. Yes, now minus times minus loss. We have this. It's not 5. Aisha, this plus this. Somebody check, help us check. This plus this. Is it correct? This is correct, Abi. She's wrong, Abi. Your calculator is not doing well. Punch it very well. But in case that calculator is giving you problem, look up. 48, Abi. This sometimes calculator feel no good. This 5, you don't have to add. 12, carry 1. 13, carry 1. 15, carry 1. 5, 6. We are taught how to add in balance. Is it clear now? Right. Sometimes you have to point this to very well. And maybe you have taught some figure unknowingly. Because if you have told us that computer is garbage in, what you press.
I know, sir. How do you get the 0.2?
0.2. 2. 0.2 is something as 20%. 20 over 100. Are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah, 20 over 100 means 0.2. Do you have calculator there?
Yes, sir.
Good. So 0.2 is 20%. Any other questions?
Hello, sir. So why didn't we start from 0.1? Hello, sir. Why didn't we start from 0.1?
No, we started with 0.1. 0.1, which was that former one. It gave us positive. And we did an MPV2 with 20%. It gave us positive. We did another one 50%. It gave us negative. So we're working with MPV2 and MPV3. If you like, you can also work with MPV1 and MPV1250, anyone you like. But we must use only 2 MPV, positive and negative. So first and last, or second and last. So anyone would like to choose.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. Good. This one. You know the formula is 1 plus R. Our R is 0.2. So add it to 1. We have 1.2. Our formula, it hasn't changed. 1 over is always there. So our R is 20%. 0.2 plus 1, 1.2. Is it clear? Good. We have seen it rate of what? Return. Which one? Yes. The year, yes. The number of year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4. But you know, year 0 is always 0. That 0 is always over 1. So which has been fair. Is it clear? Another question? In that same question, we have seen net present value. In that same question, we have seen internal rate of return. In that same question, what's the next thing? Oh, yeah. Profitability index. And the last one will be. So,
hello, sir.
Yes, I can hear you.
Please, sir. What is the answer that you arrive at?
My answer is 50%. Have you seen 50% down?
Okay, I can see it.
So
How do you arrive at that?
50%. That's what we use to get our IRR. Is it clear? Hello? Yes. Go ahead. No, we are not taking us back. Just say what you want. Yes. At the beginning. So we used 10. Gave us positive, we were happy. Went to 20. Gave us positive, we were not happy. Went to 30. It's quite that we just tried 30 ordinarily. We saw that it was what? Negative. So we went straight to what? 50. But the guy said there's already trying 40, it's not working. So we went straight to 50. So we're looking for a point where there will be negative. Immediately we get negative, we take the positive and what? That negative. Write the first positive, second positive, or third positive. But we will use one positive with the last negative. Whichever positive will like, even if it's at 10%, still go to people center. But the figures are quite different. Is that clear? You can do that research at home. Very important. Understand it. Submit. Can I go ahead? You can claim this again. Yeah, I'm doing it. I know. Now, this one is, this was B, I think. That one is now C. It's called probability index. Some will say it's PI. PI. In short, we're not solving anything here. It's just to take figures and arrange them. And this particular method is good for especially capital ration, whether it's part of the cost outline or not, doesn't matter. But I know there's capital ration behind it. I saw your scheme of work, I saw capital ration. But that's not what we're talking about. The case is there. But let's see. We all know this CF at time T all over 1 plus R T from 1 to what N all over CO. The one on top, is it a problem? This up. Is that not present value? No. This is present value on top.
Okay.
You know our MPV, Abi? Our MPV is always this, Abi, minus CO. And that CF is present value. When you remove CO, it becomes net present. So it is that up. Now first one is on top. Our CO, there's always minus CO, is that. And that becomes profitability index. I will give a new thing. It's what we have done before. We'll put one up, put one down. So that the probability, mathematics probability, you know, is always fraction. I mean, probability is fraction. And probability ranges from 0 to 1 in mathematics. Probability that tomorrow will be Sunday is 1. Because tomorrow will come to pass as well, Sunday. Whether you like it or not, tomorrow will be Sunday. But probability that tomorrow will be Monday is 0. Because it can't come to pass. Tomorrow can be Monday. Even if you wish, nobody will listen to you. Because the calendar has been programmed that tomorrow is Sunday, not Monday. So when you know that thing will come to pass, it says 1. It will not come to pass, no, it's 0. That means probability of success is 1. Probability of failure is 0. Is that okay? For instance, if the probability that I will pass an exam is 3 over 5, probability that I, the author, will pass an exam is 3 over 5. Probability that I will fail the exam will be one whole number, which is success, minus 3 over what? 5, which is pass. The difference will give me 2 over 5. That means my chance of passing is more than what? Failing. That's what probability is all about. And in this, it has a rule. If the probability index is greater than 1, we accept. If it's more than 1, we accept. If it's less than 1, we reject. If it's 0, we may accept. Or what? Reject. Because when it is 0, it means that the break-even is 0. It's similar. It's similar. No, MPV is that if it's greater than 1, which is also, this probability. But you know that in MPV, we are getting a value, which is not probability store. Are you following? You know, what we are getting, if it's more than 1, we're looking at probability 0 to 1. But unlike MPV, we don't talk about probability. We talk about if it's greater than 1. Greater than 1 is positive. Less than 1 is negative. Are you getting it in MPV now? But this one will talk about whole number and less than what? Whole number. So, in a simple language, you all have the question with you. What was our MPV, our present value before we subtract 10,000? Oh, so sorry. What was our MPV? 10,000 what? 10,000 what? 3 what? Add 10,000 to it. What do you have? 20 what? Point what? Out of what? I hope you understand. Do you? Let me give you that. When you calculated 5,000 over 1.2, 1.1, I mean? Yes. How would you do that? We added all those ones that does not have minus, have we? Hello? 5,000, 7,000, 7,000, 7,000. When we add all that, this is all we have. Oh, yes. Minus 10,000. Yes. We now have 10,370, have we? That means what you got before is the present value, which is this formula. Okay, what would I have said? That's the present value, Nabi. Is it net present? It's when you take away 10,000 from this, it becomes net present. And for me to get present, what I did was to do simple arithmetic, add 10 back to it. It's a simple arithmetic. You know, we subtracted, we got a value. We want to go back to that value. We add back, Nabi. You don't need to stress yourself working all over again. We have gotten MPV as 10,000. To get the present value is to add back that 10,000 we subtracted before to arrive at MP. Is it clear now? Already 10,000 is no more, it's not a problem. 10,000 is CO. The question said that cash outflow is 10,000, which is zero, I think. 10%. And 10%, that was our original question. Was 10%, I think. Remember, we have left internal rate of return. No. All that our try this, ended with internal rate of what? Return. It's in the WhatsApp now. Your phone is not here. I just sent it newly. So that you can, that means you are not following us. You will pay fine later. Following us. Oh yeah, somebody behind this. 1 point something. By the time we subtract this 10,000, it gave us this. If I have done this, we'll go back to this. I'll just add it. So what am I wasting time going back and start adding this net? So when there's net, you want to get gross. It's a simple, I mean, your gross income, I couldn't even aside. There's gross and net. I mean, when you know net, you add back to get your gross. I mean, it's a simple analysis. Is it clear now? So can you divide this 1.5? 2 points. Okay, 2.037. Good. Something like approximately 2, Abi. Approximately we are having 2. So the PV cost benefit, sometimes they call it cost benefit or probability index, is 2. And that means that this project is nice, Abi. If it's greater than 1, we should. Is it clear? Any queries? So that's all. Yes. Hello? Any question?
What is the usefulness of the probability index?
It's still part of project evaluation. So many methods are available. So that's what we're doing. You know, we have been solving so many. IRR, this one, the other one. So all of them are still project appraisal or project evaluation. And when you're asked to calculate in examination, you do that. Is it clear?
Yes, it's clear. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. So we'll take the last one before we go to that question. It's what we have done before. This M, I, R, R. Instead of wasting our time, I mean, trying to try 10%, 20%. That is it. There is what we call modify internal rate of return. I don't want to be trying. I can do it. I get mad. But if the question examination is 6, that you should use IRR. Don't go use this one now. Follow them. And then IRR is a little bit, cumbersome. I mean, it's not simple to calculate. So they want you to do it. But this one is easy to calculate. And we know the formula already. We know it. I don't want to write it. We know it. See board now. When you see board, you know that you know it. Except you want to tell her in this kind of class. See, we never see this before. Be frank. I didn't give you this. That means if you are in this class and you have not seen this before, it shows you are not following us. No. There is a difference between. I didn't say you saw. I said, have you seen this before? This is what they call identification. It's not even can you work it. Have you seen this before? Have you seen 1 naira note before? Have you seen 5,000 before? It's a different thing. How to use the 5,000 is another thing entirely. But have you seen this song before? Thank God. Any other question? Now, this is future value. We can change the grammar, which is still the same thing. Terminal value of all the cash flow, or future value of all the cash flow available. Is that okay? And the present value is already known. The present value is a cost outlay, which is 10,000 in this case, Abby. So everything is sorted out. How many years? 4 years.
Sorry, sir. The present value is not 10,000.
Present value in the question for this modified interest is 10,000 because that is the cost now. The money we put down now.
So we are just reading what they gave us.
The information now, not what we have done before.
So what do you mean?
No. For modified internal rate of return. Our present value in that question is 10,000. Is that okay? That's the cost outlay. Then N, we have known N as well. 4. For this future value, is that how you call it? Future value of the cash flows. You know there are cash flows, how many are there? 4. Future value of all the cash flow, or what some people call terminal value of the cash flow. Whether future value of the cash flow or the terminal value of the cash flow. So in this formula, all I need to do is to find future value of the cash flow and matter ends for internal rate of method modified. Is it clear now? Any questions? From what we have been doing since, we all know, if I'm not mistaken, how to calculate future value of money. That formula now, future value of money. Future value of money will be the present, into bracket 1 plus r raised to power n. That formula we started with. That was when we started with this topic. We were saying, master everything, because we go on, we'll be needing them in one area or the other. And that's why no knowledge is lost in this our lecture. Because somebody may see future value is very small. But very small, we need it for this small question. And we need to get that. So those of us online, any questions? That is a modified internal rate of return. That is the formula we're about to find the future value of the cash flows. Okay? Yes, and the question is for net present value. Internal rate of return, profitability index. You know, we have not done probability index before. We use the opportunity to do it now. And we have not done this before. We use that same question to know we have finished everything so that we can ask some question to close this topic for capital budgeting under certainty. Is that okay? Okay. So without wasting much of our time, it's very simple. It's very simple. So now the issue, what am I looking for now? Future what? Value. What is the first amount? How many percent was it? 10. I hope they agree. Raised to power what? You understand? No, but you understand this. This present value.
But you said
Wait, now. Our formula is here. We are talking about future value of all the monies. And the monies here are all present value. Because if we want to look for future, whatsoever we are given is present. Am I correct? Good. But in our formula, present here is the cost to what? Outlay, project cost. So we are looking for the cash flow. There's 5,000. There's 7,000. I mean, 7,000 up to 3 times. So if we like, somebody may want to do it like this. Plus, let's just take it easy. 1.1. You know this second year, I mean? This first year, you will stay for 3 years. Huh? This second year, you will stay for how many years? Are they following? This one will stay for how many years? The last one, nothing day for us. Any question? Remember, there is a cash flow in 5,000. First year, 5,000. And our span is 4 years. So that first year will stay for 3 years. Agreed? The second year, which is 7,000, will stay for 2 years. The third year, 7,000, will stay for what? 2 years. The last year, which is the year 4, will stay for no year. And that's raised to power 7. So we press the calculator, this, like that, and we'll get the future value. Like I said, it's either they call it terminal value, or future value. Anyone? I hope your calculator is working. Punch this thing. You can run it at the same time. 5,000 of 3 plus 7,000 bracket open 1.1 all raised to the power of 1. The last one plus 7,000. You can just have plus 7,000. But if you still want to say bracket to 1.1 raised to power 0, the number raised to power 0 is 1, have it? And 1 times 7,000 is 7,000. So you don't need to put that. So result, we have 29. Say 29,000, have it? 825. Good. We are working. So now, therefore, our MRR will be 29,825 all over 10,000. 4th roots minus one whole number. Somebody help me? One divided by 4 is what? 0.1. Somebody. 1 divided by 4 is 0.1. 0.25. Okay, so the result will be 1.1. 1 point. Am I correct? Let me check whether it's like that. Is it like that? Remember, is it correct? That is all. I'll find the square root of this. What root of this? Is it 1.3142? All of us online, are you happy? Are you calculating? 4th roots of 29825 all over 10,000 naira. You remember that our IRR is all about trial and what? Error. Anything you are doing on that error, so many factors will come. But with this, remember, MRR is that point where the net present value is equal to what? 0. Are you following? No, we get minus 988. Continue because we are cutting the real. But with this method, we can actually get the point where we can invest. And that 0 means break even what point. But with 50%, we'll do well. Right? But with 31.42%, we'll still get our investment back. So that's what this modified internal rate of return is all about. Any questions? Yes. 10%, I think. Goes to part 3, 1.1. Yes, that's the cash flow, yes.
Now, the one is like part of the formula.
And the formula is 1 plus R. 1 plus R.
So now that's 0.1.
Future value is present. 1 plus R raised to power n. That's the formula we're using.
Why do they have 0.1, 1.1, 1.1?
No. I just now I've shown you what it is. Then I believe the upload is now 1.1. That's what I just starting with is 4.1. You know it's what I add, we'll move on. Instead of major writing 1.1, I begin to want to add to 1. So the R is 4.1, and the 1 is always constant. Is it clear? Because when you talk about increase or something, you put 1. You move it forward. For instance, if I made a profit of 10%, every month the product is 1,000 naira, and I made a profit of 10%. So know it over 1, which is 100% plus 10%. To be 101%, 110%. So I mean, if you have 110%, it means 1.1. Multiply by 1,000, it will push me forward and know the price straight away. Instead of me saying 10% of 1,000, I'll now come and add it to 1,000. That would be a waste of time. To make it faster, 1 plus R. And so on. That's how the formula. Yes. So this one is in the question. And it does a cost of capital of 1%. And it's not new. The question I gave assessor. Another question? Okay.
Hello, sir. Please, why did
Yes,
you raise to power? Why do you start from raise to power 3, 2? Why did you start from that?
Which one?
When calculating the MIRR, why did you start from raise to power 3? Yes, why did you start from raise to power 3? 1 plus 0.2.
Good. Year 1 was 5,000. Agree?
Yes, sir.
Then, if you put money in year 1 and it's going to last for 4 years, that means it would take 3 years. That year 1 is at the end of the year.
Okay, sir. All right.
3 years, 2 years, 1 year, no year. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Good. So, be ready now. I hope you have your past question. Except you want to begin now. Okay. So in your past question, 2019-2020, we're looking at question 1B. Are we all with our questions? Those of us online, are you with your past question there? Hello?
Yes, sir.
With your past question, go with me. 2019-2020. There is letter B there, 1B. Section A, 1B. Let's see how we have been doing, whether we can apply this kind of thing to this story. One B, yeah. He said, yes. The person says We have started, but let's just see how the question looks like. Enforcer PLC is considering whether or not to invest in a new project, which will involve the manufacture of detergents. What they want to manufacture is detergents. Good. The project will involve purchase of machinery. Costing how much? I hope I can clean this board now, so that we can start noting it down gradually. Good. Purchase of machinery. So we're looking at past question. 2019, 2020, I suppose. Question 1B. That's where we are. According to the question, we all know CORB, cost outlay. Very good. Okay, let me write cash outlay. Let's write it in full. According to the question, the project will involve purchase of machinery costing 100,000. Yeah, 100 million. Thank you. Yes. And that place we did. I will see there. Abi, what is it called? Machinery and equipment costing how much? 100 million, Abi. That means the cost outlay, one of the cost outlay because many there, is what? 100 million. And it's expected to last how many years? 5 years. With an estimated residual value. Residual, let's see, write it somewhere here. Residual value. Residual value, the first one, the cost of that machine is 100,000. That means we're looking at our cost outlay gradually. And the answer, that means our cost outlay has increased, I mean, from 100 million to 125 million, I mean. Good. And they continue. And that one also has residual value of 120,000, I mean. You know, we're having two assets now. The first asset, cost, residual value. Second asset, cost, residual value. Good. And the third asset, they say forklifts cost is what? 3 million. No residual value. In a simple language, in this side, we have 1, 1, 2, 0, 0, 0, 0. I will say we have just succeeded in knowing the cost outlay and the residual value. And remember, residual value is always at the end of the year, which is 5 years now, at the end of the lifespan of the asset. If you buy a car, let's say 3 years ago, you can't be talking about residual value. Maybe let's throw more light on residual value. Residual value is what you collect or what you sell that asset at the end of usage. You cannot buy motor today and start talking about residual value. It's when you are done using it. The asset is giving you wahala. You now say, okay, I want to sell it off. That money you collect for selling that asset you have used for some time is called the residual value or scrap value or estimated value. In a simple language, residual value or scrap value or estimated value is an income, true of us. It's a cash flow. But now it is all inflow, not outflow. Because inflow is an income and we add. Is it clear? But we must add that at the end of 5 years according to the square system. Is it settled? No, more to 9. More to this. We are trying to. So we are moving because in this story we need constantly, we need residual value. But if there's no residual value in the question, we don't need all this. I mean, there's nothing to add. There's no additional income from that asset. We have just finished paragraph 1 of the question. Am I correct? Paragraph 2 says the marketing director of Enforcer PLC. I hope those of us online we are following. Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are following.
So second paragraph says the marketing director of Enforcer PLC recommended that selling price of detergent pack will be what? 80 naira in the first 2 years. Take note, though. 80 naira in the first 2 years. Not when we start and you say you don't know what's happening. Recommended that selling price. Selling what? Price. For what? Year 1 is what? Selling price. For what? Year 2. I hope you are following. Per unit. Is it settled? That the marketing director of Enforcer recommended that selling price per unit of detergent parts will be 18 naira in the first 2 years. First year, 18 naira. Second year, 18 naira of the project. After which, it will be increased to what? Selling price for year what? For year 3 is now what? 100 naira per what? Unit. Selling price for year what? 4 will also be what? 100 naira per what? Unit. Selling price for year what? 5 will now be what? 100,000. So 100 naira per what? Unit. Is that part settled? Is it clear? Good. Oh, that our 0 is not really fine. Okay? Like I was saying, after which it will be increased to 10 naira per unit. We move ahead. The question said the project sales volume has been estimated to be 2 million units in year 1. Remember, this is per unit. The total units in year 1 is 2 million. 2 what? Million. This is a year. This is what? This is what? Sales what? Volume. Year 1, 2 million. Year 2, are they with me? It says year 2 million units in year 1 and increasing 9% per what? Annum. Somebody help us multiply. Very simple. This is what it is year 1. Year 2 will be 2 million times 1.09. I did it. Have you forgotten future value? Future value. In year 1, the units, the sales volume is 2 million. And the bank said that it will be increasing 9% per annum. I mean, year 1 is 2 million. Year 2 will be higher. Year 3 will be what? So year 1 now, multiply for me. 2 million times 1.09. I hope you agree. Oh. Never agree. Year 1. Look, we take an easy. Year 1. We're not rushing. What matters is how well, not how far. times 1.09. This one will be 2,180,000. Agreed? Year 2, we also multiply again by 1.09. We have 2, 376, 200. Therefore, these are the workings. So for the solution, we have to show this is now to help yourself. Because we have not started something. We have these workings for us to get to the meeting. What this question expects of us.
Please adjust the board, though.
Hello?
Adjust the board. The board is not well placed. It's turned upside down, sir.
Okay. Is it okay now?
Yeah, it is okay now.
Yes, sir.
Good. Now, like I said, this is the workings. And all they are giving us here, there is nobody here, both online, except we are just joined today. But there's nobody here that does not understand how to find net present value. Nobody. And there's nobody that does not understand payback period. But why all these stories? It's just for us to get out the net cash flow. That's all. That's what we want to calculate now. Immediately we get the net cash flow, every other thing becomes easy. That's why I see all this blah blah like that. The main thing is to get the net cash flow. That's where we're going. With all this story, and you see how we're going to do it. But immediately you get the cash flow, we all know how to apply this one. And it's easy. Okay? This is year 3. We'll multiply year 3 by 1.09. And this will give us 590,058. Then finally year 5. Because it's increasing 9%. And 9% means 100 plus 9. 109%. And 109% means 1.09. So I multiply again by 1.09. And I get the last one, 283,823,163.2222. Approximately, it's not up to 5 to work on it like this. So, if you look at what is it called, which would be assignment later. But if you look at the next one, they didn't bother giving. This one is even more challenging. That means if you look at 2018, 2019, the sales volumes were given. Are you following? The next question, the next year. The sales volumes were given. This one, the sales should get the sales volume. So which is that one is even easier compared to this. Let's move on. According to the question, we have seen all that. The project sales volume has been estimated. That one has gone. The next thing, 65% of sales in year 1, 62% thereafter. Oh, yeah. We all have this. Don't forget our selling price. Now we are talking about what? Variable what? Variable costs. Year 1. Year 1, watch you. The person said that variable cost at year 1 is how many percent of sales in year 1? This is sales units. Are you following? Did you hear me? So now I will not worry myself so much. I'm going to a point that I will not bother. You know, I still need to multiply this by 80 naira per unit. Hello. The reason the units are big, and the selling price is 80 naira for year 1. I will use 80 naira to multiply 2 million, and I will get the sales value. Are you following? That sales value I get 65% of that sales is my variable cost. In this case, they did not tell us variable cost is 5 naira per unit. Would have been easier, but they didn't say so. So we're going to start this way. So let me make this one a note. Come back to the personal calculator and get it. We don't have such. Or we should do it that straight away. Okay, let's quickly get our sales, I mean, in naira, so that we know everything is set. Year 1, year 2. Let's see the value in naira. This sales. Now I have multiply 80. 2 million times 80, so that the things will be a little bit easier. 2 million times 80. 160,000, I mean. Or 160 million, I mean. Okay, good. This one, multiply this by 8. 2, 1, 1, 174. 400,000, I mean. Please calculate very well. Year 3 times 100, I mean. Remember, 100, we should have 2, 3, 7, 6, 2, 7, 7, 7. Is it million? No. Okay. 237 million. And year 4, multiply 100 also. 2, 5, 9, 0, 0, 5, 8, 0, 0. We have this. Finally, year 5, multiply by 100 also. 2, 8, 2, 3, 1, 6, 3, 0, 0. I hope you are following. We all know selling price for year 1. We know selling price for year 2 to year 5. Now that we have no selling price, we want to find the variable cost for year 1, year 2, year 3. We now arrange everything properly and do what we want to do. The question said the variable cost per unit of producing the variable cost per unit of producing determinant is estimated 5% of this, whether we use the cost or the total is 6%. We are going on. The annual fixed expenses of 2 million, excluding annual depreciation, has been estimated to be incurred in year 1 and 8% thereafter. That is a fixed expense. We'll do that one together. But let's quickly find the variable cost so that we can run the calculation by ourselves. I can create this and change the story to what? Variable cost. Don't forget, I'll give it now very soon. This variable what? Cost. You know that in this variable cost, it was 18 naira per unit. And I've multiplied everything. I've known the real value for what sales. 65% of this will be our total variable cost in year 1. Am I correct? So press calculator 0.65. 0.65 of this. What do you have? 104 million. Okay. So year 2 says what? 62% thereafter. Yeah. 62% of this 0.625. Sorry, 0.62. 99 million. Then this one, 0.62. Say thereafter, we'll continue like that. 0.62. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, now 0.62 times 174,400,000. Look at it very well. 108,000 or million? 108 million and like that, I mean.
148,128.
This one is 0.62 of this. Will give us variable cost, total variable cost. What do you have? 147,324 million, I mean, thousand or 400 here. Okay. Then year 4, 0.62% of this. What do you have? Those of us online, are you following?
Yes, sir.
Good,
So why are
good,
we
good.
using 0.62% for the remaining years?
And the question says 62% thereafter, Abi.
Okay, sir.
And at the grammar. So number 4, year 4, you say what? 160 million. How much that what? Huh? Okay, 83. Oh, 566. 596. No 7. Okay. And the last one, 0.62 of that one.
175,036,106.
1.5 million.
036,106.
Good. 175. 036 million, 1,000. 10. Good. I hope you are copy on this. We'll need it now so that we can get to the net present world, net cash flow, so that we can apply. All this is just to calculate cash flow. Just to give you, ordinary the person would have said cash flow is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But no, they don't want that. They want you to use your own hand to prepare a kind of trading profit and loss account. That means in a trading account, you get gross profit. Take away all the expenses, you get your income, which is your cash flow for this particular situation. So that's what we're going to do now. We have seen variable costs. We have seen sales. In that question, there is a fixed expense. Am I correct? Check. In that question, yes, annual fixed expenses. That's another way of saying fixed costs. Good. And there is depreciation,
Hello, sir. So,
yes. Any question?
Sorry to bring you back.
Go ahead. I can hear you. Go ahead.
Hello, sir.
I can hear you. Continue.
Sorry, I got disconnected. So please, sorry to bring you back. Sorry, can you tell me how you got the variable cost?
The variable cost. According to the question,
yes,
year 1 sales is 160 million. Agreed?
Yes, sir.
So 0.65%, 0.65, which is 65% of 160 million, will give us the variable cost for year 1. Is it clear?
Okay, sir. All right.
Year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5 is now 62%. 0.62 of year 2, year 3, year 4, and you get the variable cost. Is it clear?
Okay.
That's
yes,
all.
Sir.
So copy it. We are going to use it now to get the net cash flow for us to apply the whole thing so that we can solve a payback period. This alone is a lot of work, It's a lot of work. Hey, before you finish calculating all this one, they know you are working. You are standing up. But mind you, remember this is, I've just told you, this is past question. It may be the spirit in them at that time was different from what is going to be now. Maybe the question could look softer, but what I want you to understand, the content, the idea of what we're doing should be in your head. Expect anything. If it's this time, you know how to do it now, just be very fast. And at that time, just do it. Every people say you say we should solve past questions. Shortcut for this one. How will you? And they purposely make sure it's millions, so that you multiply. Ordinarily, they're supposed to just give you the cash flows, and you start working. But no, they say you must find out the cash flow yourself. No. In real life, you can't get cash flow. You generate it from the organization. Have you? Right. Let's begin generation. Can I clean the board? Is it okay? Please remember this one. I'm going to ask you for you to fill it in. We need it. Just the way the board is, we would have just not bother much, but we have to clean it and arrange it properly so that it looks nice. Can I clean now? Those of us online, can I take it off? Okay. Now, the main thing now is help me remember the questions. The figures are calculated so that we can use it. Every other thing, we don't need much calculation again. It's just a simple subtraction. We'll do it like this. This one I can title it calculation of what? Net cash what? Flow. In that calculation, look up. Hello.
Esther, please mute your mic. Thank you.
Are you seeing that formula? That formula is a sales minus variable cost minus fixed cost minus depreciation, sometimes minus tax if there is, but minus depreciation is equal to net worth.
Esther Awojuola, please mute your mic.
Is that okay?
Esther Awojuola, mute your mic.
Is that okay?
Right.
Calculation of net cash flow. Already we have seen sales. Okay. Let's start with, let's write this one. Receivable value. Write sales. Write variable costs. Write fixed costs. Write depreciation. Will give us net cash flow. Okay, net cash flow. We have to add this one. Year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5. Can someone remember what's our receivable value total? 1 million. That one is settled. Naira or dollar or pounds. The one. Okay. Good. And sales volume, year 1. What's our total sales for year 1? No. What? And now we have given you now. 160, are we? I would have abbreviated Naira 00 on top.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Go ahead.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
You say when you are doing something, you now say, Abe, you have not seen anybody that will buy something and is not tired of using it and you want to sell. It's when you are tired. And this person said that the lifespan of the asset.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Hello, sir, please.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, please, how did we get the residual value for year 5?
Okay, in that question, not that year 5, in that question, the plant that was bought has a residual value of 1 million.
Yes,
and
sir.
the other asset that was bought, motor vehicle,
A residual value of 120,000.
No.
Okay, sir.
Is it clear?
Okay.
So addition of those two make up 1,120,000. And residual value will always come at the 5th year when assets has been finished. We are finished using it. I want to sell it.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you very much.
Last. Yes.
All right, thank you, sir.
Sales volume, now quickly. 100,000. Okay. What else? 620,000. 259 million. 5,800. Wait. 259 million. No. 05, Abi. Okay, and is it 5, Abi? Like this? Like this, Abi? Okay, let me. 289,005. Like this, Abi? Yes. Okay, it's 2. No, it's okay like that. Okay, this one is okay. Yeah, it's okay. Okay, here is 259. Good. Now the last one. 282 million. 316,300. Is it clear now? Variable costs. Yeah, one. 1,4. Okay. 104 million. Oh. What's happening again? Oh, 000. Next. 108. Oh, 128. Oh. 128. Okay. Next. 147. 324. 400. Next. 160. 583. 596 and 175 036 106. That's all I mean. See my hand here. I hope you understand the meaning of that bracket. Do you?
Yes, sir.
Minus. Because very what? A loss, I mean. This sales is an income. This is also an income. Income plus income minus variable cost minus fixed cost minus depreciation, and we'll get something here. I mean, we are coming. Oh yeah, fixed cost. It was given as 2 million. He said, continue with the question. The annual that's fixed cost. The annual fixed expenses of 2 million. Excluding annual depreciation has been estimated to be incurred in year what? 1. Year 1 is 2 million. Oh yeah, multiply. Somebody yeah. Is there okay? So the next one, multiply by 1.08, Abi.
Hello, sir, I don't understand.
I'm hearing you.
Hello, sir, I don't understand. Please, what are we doing now?
Well,
how do we derive the 2.160 million?
No, it's not 2.2. 2,160,000, Abi?
Yes, sir.
According to the question, if you can read, it said the annual fixed expense 6
of
is
2 million.
estimated to be 2 million in year one.
Sir.
Is it clear?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
And he said, subsequently, or per annum or yearly, increase will be 8%, Abi?
Yes, sir. So we multiply 8%
Multiply by 1.08.
Come again, sir. We multiply 2 million by
1.08. You know, it says
One
it increased by 8%, Abi?
Yes, sir.
Because
So
it's
why
increased,
1
you
point,
add 100
why
to it.
1.08?
It becomes 108%. Is that clear?
Okay, that's for the first year.
And then second year, you multiply second year by 1.08. Third year, 1.08 to get fourth. Fourth by 1.08 to get fifth.
Sir, I'm asking, why is it 1.08 and not 0.08 and not 0.8?
The Lord is good. Oh yeah, watch. 8% increase, Abi?
Yes, sir.
Increase means addition. When they say 8% increase, you add 100 to it. It becomes 108%. And 108% means 1.08. Is it clear?
Wow. Okay, so I'm trying to assimilate.
We take it away from 100. It becomes 92%.
Okay, sir.
Instead of you wasting your time and saying 8% of 2 million, you get a value. Add it back again to 2 million. That's wasting of time.
Okay.
So you go straight and say it's 1.08.
1.08. Okay,
you get the
sir.
exact value straight. Is it clear?
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
For now?
Yes, sir. This one is hard.
So we're moving on. We're moving. This one is 2 million, I mean. 3. Is that what you got also? Good. Then we'll multiply again by 1.1. So what do you have? 2519 424. That's another one. We put bracket, we're going to go subtract. It's an expense. Multiply again. 2720977. Okay, 8, Abby. Good. According to the question, we are able to understand that the annual depreciation, Abby, out there, that excluding annual depreciation, 4 million has been estimated to be incurred. Okay, that one is different. So our annual depreciation is constant, 4 million throughout. I hope we agree with this. Do we agree with that application? We all know what is 1 million. We don't know what they be that. Because of that space, instead of writing 4 million, we all know that 4M means 4 million. We all need money. There's no 4M means 4 million. Any question? Is calculator working? Somebody help us. This minus this minus this minus 4 million. Or somebody will run it. When you get to this place, don't forget to this plus this minus this minus this minus this. So somebody help us. I don't need to do it. Those of us online press calculator. Year 1, sales minus variable costs minus fixed costs minus depreciation will get us the net cash flow. That means we're going to get net cash flow year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4. All that our is over. We now need to just go straight and do payback period, net worth, which I believe we all know. Yes. 50 million. 15.
First year is 50 million.
Like this. Okay, I have no money now. I mean, the money too small. Yes. This is all they are expecting. They all know. You know how to calculate payback period, net present value. But they want you to come out with the cash flow yourself. And that's why when you see this person, the last time you saw it, you who were complaining, it's too hard, this one. Is the person hard now? Hello, is he hard? My friend, is he hard now? Simple. That's why we say, have patience. We are taking you, I'm the one driving you. You say, I should drive fast. I should match break. Don't understand. 61. Wait, 60. 1, 1, 2. 2, 0 like this. Okay, next. We are waiting. It's just your ability to press calculator very well and get the net cash. We are waiting. It's what? 53. Okay, 8. 3. 962. 800. Oh yeah, we're still there. Yeah, you have 4 o'clock. Nobody's doing the work. They are tired. I hope not. Hope not. The press calculator is what we're doing now. There's no serious work that you're doing. Have you got to know?
$95 million 502,000. 95 million.
95 million.
502,000.
95 million to what?
502,000.
95 million.
502,780.
This was 60 million. Hello? This was 60 million. And this is just 2 million. 2 million. Plus 4 million. That is 6 million. I don't know where I'm getting my hand. Are you sure you are pressed that? This one. Minus 160 million. This is 160 million. And this is just 6 million. So this is 160 or 170. It can't be 9%. The sales volume is still high. So it says 95 million. Okay. Oh yeah, now is there nobody calculating here?
91 million.
You said?
91,902,780.
Oh, it's 91.
Yeah, 91. 902,780.
Oh, 91 million 902
780. 780.
780. Abi?
Yes.
So it's 91. 91 million 902 786. Finally, don't forget that last one. Residual value added to sales minus this, minus this, minus this. $104 million. 117. 101 million. 101. Okay. 679 216. We have just concluded the net worth cash flow. Any questions? Put it down. We are now starting.
Hello, sir. Please, can you just
Yes.
hello, sir. Please, can you just do a recap of this table, please?
A recap is sales minus variable cost. If you look up on that board very well on your left-hand side, you see sales minus variable cost minus fixed cost minus depreciation equal to the net cash flow, NC. So, but the residual value must be added to whatsoever you're doing. You add it to sales minus variable cost minus fixed cost minus depreciation to give us the net cash flow. Don't forget, year one, our sales minus variable cost minus fixed cost minus depreciation will give us net cash flow. That occurs in year 4. For year 5, because there is residual value, we have residual value plus sales minus variable cost minus fixed cost, which is fixed expense in this question, minus depreciation. It will give us the net cash flow. All what we have been doing is just to gather our cash flows from year 1 to 5 so that we can apply question A, B, and create another one for C.
Excuse me, sir, I have a question.
Let's move on to question A.
I have a question.
Yes?
Yes, so for what we have on the board, this is the table, right? But we did the workings before now. Do we have to do the workings before this, or we can just start with the table?
Yes, you must get the table first. And all we need for that table is 50 million, 60 million, 83 million, 91 million, and 1 million. That's our cash flow for us to calculate question A and B. Is it clear? Can we clean the board? Or we are still copying? Or without wasting much of our time?
We are still copying, sir.
Okay. Payback period. I hope we can get payback period there. What is the okay, let's write the property so they can see. Can I clean the board now, everybody? Can we clean? Those of us online, can we clean the board? Hello?
No, sir.
You are still copying?
We are not yet done copying.
Please,
Yes,
go ahead.
sir.
No problem.
Madam, mute your mic. You're not yet you are not done, but you're blocking others from seeing the board. Madam Esther, mute your mic if you're done. You are not allowing us to see the board. Can we learn simple ethics on Zoom?
Please kindly mute your mic so that everyone can see the board. If you are not asking or answering questions.
We don't even know how to use Zoom. You ask questions, you leave your mic on. Others can't see the board. What is all of this?
Okay. So okay. All right, you were saying something. Okay, recap, okay? Okay, all we know is that sales volume was 2 million. 2 million units in year 1. And the plan said that 2 million units will increase, by how many percent? I can't remember. Okay. No. 9%. So we multiply 2 million by 1.09. We get year 2. We multiply by 1.09. We get year 3 volume. Then the volume sales. We multiply again by that year 5. So remember, The selling price per unit year 1 was 18 naira, year 2, 18 naira, and the other 3 years, 100 naira. We now use that 18 naira, multiply 2 million units, gives us the total sales for year 1. That's how we got this 160 million for year 1. We use 80 million, 80 times our sales volume in year 2. It gave us this. The same thing happened year 3, year 4, year 5, and so on. Is it clear? Variable costs. We were told in the question that our variable cost, total variable cost, is 65% of the sales value. This is the sales value in year 1. Use 65% to multiply this. Look at this. 62%, according to the question. Year 1 was 65%. The other year was 62%. I mean, 62% of this, 62% of this, 62% of this, 62% of this. Is it clear? Good. And the question made us to understand that fixed costs or fixed expenses was 2 million in year 1, I mean, and subsequently it will be increasing, I mean, by 8%. We also say 2 million times 1.08. We'll get this. This one times 1.08. We'll get this. This times 1.08 times 1.08. Depreciation was given, is fixed. All year is also part of fixed cost. 4 million, 4 million, 4 million, 4 million for the whole 5 years. And we do our subtraction. Sales is an income minus expenses. Variable cost.
Hello, sir.
Fixed cost is an expense.
Good afternoon, sir.
Depreciation is an expense.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Taken away from this.
Sorry, question.
We'll get like that.
Good afternoon, sir. Sir, excuse me, sir. I have a question, sir.
Go ahead.
Sir, sorry to draw you back, sir. I just joined not too long ago, but the variable cost, why is it negative, sir?
Negative?
Yeah,
Okay, the bracket, Abi?
Yes, sir.
Bracket in finance or accounting is subtraction. That means
yes, I know, sir, but sir, you mentioned that is the percentage of the given value by sales, but we are not getting the negative value. I'm just trying to find out why we are not getting negative value for the variable cost.
No, we did not get negative value, no. That bracket means we are subtracting.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Because it's an expense. We just put that back so that when you are looking at the table, you know that we are adding or we are subtracting. The one with without brackets is an income. The one with brackets is an expense. So that you know we are adding or subtracting or doing everything. Is it clear?
Okay. It's clear, sir. Thank you, sir.
Oh, you're welcome. Any other questions? Can we now clean the board? Those online, can we clean the board now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Finally, we can move on to question A, question B, and so on. So, the examiner would have just done well by giving us this small thing. Here what? 1, 0. Cash was flow. How much is our cash outflow? 128 million, I mean. Is it? Is it 128 million? Oh. What's the one? 60 million. Year 3, 83 million, 962 is what we have done before I got the copy. Year 4, there's nothing strange here. 91, 902, 780. Year 5, 101, 679,216. This is what we have been looking for. All this calculation of cash flow or computation of cash flow. This is where we're going. This is all we needed. Ordinary, the examiner would have saved us the stress by just saying, this is it, and we'll go straight. But because it's an exam, we want to know how well you can do things like this. Question A. In that question A that has Roman figure 2 or 1 is payback what? Payback period. Payback period. They say we just require what is the payback period and accounting rate of return, assuming a straight line or depreciation, which we have done already. Now payback. Somebody press calculator. This plus this plus this. Since we will get here. Somebody add these 2 to 3 together. Let's see. 50 million plus 61 plus this one. Let's know whether it's very close to 128 million. Let's know how long it will take to pay back that 128 million, which is the original cost of the project. What is it? The first 3, will it get to 128? The first is what you have. It's more. This plus this plus this 139. Okay, that means we're looking at 2. Let's look at that 2. Payback period will be 50 million. I am coming 60. 1. Abi? Plus. What you say this 2 is giving us? 110, Abi? So what's the difference? Take away this from 128. What do you have? 128 million minus 110 that you got. What do you have? The difference. 17 million. 888,000. All over 83 and I hope you have not forgotten payback period. So this 2 years, I mean, year 1, year 2, I mean, divide this for us. Let's know how many years to take to recover our money. Remember our payback period, it hasn't changed. Divide this one for me. Let me know that's my whole point something. I know it's no point. The examination question we should just calculate payback period of this project. 2.21. 2 okay, approximately 2 away. That means it will be 2 years or 2.2. And remember that 0.2 means 2 over 10. 2 over 10. 0.2 means 2 over 10. Which is 1 over 5. Use the 5 to divide 12 months. You now know how many months. That's the formula now. Formula hasn't changed. Because even that formula is not useful to us, Abi. Assuming that formula will be relevant if our cash flow has equal value. Are you following? If it has equal value, we would have said original what? Original cost, Abi, divided by the cash flow each year. But you can't work in this because the cash flow is not what? Equal. And most examination questions never give you cash flow that is equal. They can't. So you need to remember, add these 2 together. There's no formula like that. Add these 2 together and see whether it's close to it. And the balance all over the year where we can get that money from. And that becomes year 1, year 2 is this. This year 1 is 2 years plus the remaining few days or months that the thing will pay back. That means to say that this project will pay back in 2 years plus, I mean 2.2 years. And that's the answer for that one. The next one, still on question A, is the one that calls for calculation of accounting rate of return. That's when there's a formula that can help. Peradventure.
If we add year 2, year 3, and year 4, then sorry, year 1, 2, and 3, and it's closer to that 128.
Okay, if we add this and this and this, and it's
closer.
closer.
So we'll now
You
divide
go
the
here.
difference.
Yes, with this the pot here. Yes, that's what we do. That's payback the original cost over cash flow. If the cash flow is equal, if it's not equal, that formula is useless. So you just have to adopt, add things together for yourself, and know when it will get to the cost, the remaining, onto the next year for you to get the ratio. Those of us online who are following, are we there?
Yes, sir. But we can't see what you wrote. We can't see what you wrote in circle.
Good. 2.2 years. Good. But we can clean the board.
Yes, sir. But hello, sir. Hello, sir.
The original question is still there.
Hello, sir.
Hello, I'm hearing you.
Okay, you wrote something. You wrote something tiny on the in a circle, but we can.
Okay. That one is the formula we know already. Payback period. PBP. Payback period.
Okay,
equal
sir.
To original cost all over cash flow. And I said that formula may not be relevant if the cash flows are not equal. So in this case,
sir. Okay.
cash flow can never be even equal.
Okay, sir. All right. Thank you, sir.
Roman figure question A. We are still on question A. What are the second version? ARR. We all know what is ARR. Accounting said average of the cash flows all over average of investment multiplied by what? 100. How many cash flow do we have on the bond? How many years? So we say 1 over what? This plus this plus this plus this plus this. Let's still write 50 million. Or the thing is too much. But let's write for sake of some of us. 000 plus 83 million 962 800 plus 91 902 780 plus finally 101 679 216. That's numerator. All over denominator. All over denominator. Denominator is always half. Always half. Because there's only two things there. Original cost and what? Scrap value. Our original cost is 128 million. Am I correct? Good. Our scrap value is 1 million. Everything is intact. Our calculator will do the job.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Why is that 1/5 suffix before the figures?
1 over
5 for the average of cash flows.
5 years now, Abi.
Okay, it's part of the formula.
Yes, 5 years average. Average of anything is divided by the total number. Average of 3 people divided by 3.
So
Average
we have
of
to
10
put
divided by 10.
1 over 5.
Yes,
before
average
the
1 over
figures.
5. You know, so you
Okay,
write the whole cash flow and divide by 5. That's the average. Is it clear?
Okay. Yes, sir. Then for the average of investment, we now used 1 over 2.
Yes, because it's only 2. Investment cost
and
plus
depreciation.
value. There's always 2 things involved. The only investment, this investment, this return from our investment, the kind of scratch value.
Okay. And the second one is residual value.
Right by 2. Is it clear?
Okay. Okay, thank you, sir.
Good. Who's pressing the calculator for us? AR. Numerator, what is the result? 50 million plus that, plus that, plus that, plus that, divided by 5. Or first of all, let's know the divide by 5 straight away. Okay. Let me help myself. We're all busy writing. 50 million plus 60 million. 112. Plus 83 million. 962. 800. Added on for me. Let me, as I have started, I thought you would have done it for me. But let me finish and confirm whether it's same thing with yours, so that we know whether we're on the same page. Plus 101. Have you divided by 5? Okay. But this time around, we can't write it down. We can't write it straight away. Your total was 342, Abi. Enough? First of all. All of you. Okay, the first one was 50 million, Abi. Okay, you are correct. It says 387, Abi. 387, 6579. Very good. Now divide by 5.
77,531,350. 77,531.
531. 359.
9.2.
20 over it. 20 over it. They are still thinking about it. The last one, 128 million plus 1 million, 1,120,000 divided by, and is it 129?
Yes, 129.
Good. Divide by 192. 164. 560. Multiply by 100 over what? Results. Seven, 531, 359.20 divide 564 560, Ravi. Okay. Okay, 120%, Ravi. Yes, times 100. 20% is not a mistake. I hope you know. Percentage is not a mistake, because there are some of us that believe 100% is the end. There's 500%, there's 1,000,000%, 1,000%. People can increase things by 100%, 1,000%, 500%. I mean, they want to increase fuel, I mean, so don't know how many percent of it. You know more than. Okay, so 80% can afford. So that one has gone. That is the solution to question 1. A. Question B. He said we should advise. This one, he didn't say we should advise, so we just calculate, and we have done that. We have calculated. No, they are doing depreciation. That means they are assuming that. Say they are assuming straight line. It doesn't concern us. We can't even use reducing balance method, or most times we use straight line. But they are just telling us what they have assumed in our depreciation. So we don't need to work. B, advice using the net present value and internal rate of return as much as possible. Already, FPV is no more a problem. Don't think. Whichever method you like, you use. But I can conveniently NPV 50 million. Oh yeah. Okay. 50 million all over 1.16 raised to power 1. How do you know how to 16? The cost of capital is how many percent? We all know. The next one is what? Figure 90 million. 60 million. 1 Okay. 0 all over all raised to power. The other one. 9. All over all raised to power what? Plus 91 million 902. Okay. 902 780 all over 1.16 raised to the power of what? Your 1, your 2, your 3, your 5 of power. Okay. Naira. All over 1.16 all raised to power 5 minus CO. We all know what is CO. That's 1.5 million, Abi. 28, very good. All your calculator is what? This. So that we can get MPV. I know it's positive. Let's find out. You run your calculator, whichever way. 50 million. Bracket open. 1.16 raised to the power of minus 1 plus 60 million 112 million bracket open 1.16. Remember, the cost of capital is 16%. Raised to the power of minus 2. Because the 2 is down, it was over square. And for you to take it up, that's the inverse. Plus 83 million 962 800 naira, bracket open 1.16, all raised to the power of minus 3, plus year 4, 91 million 902 780, bracket open 1.16, all raised to the power of minus 4. Finally, 101 for year 5, 6, 7, 9, 216, 101, 6, 7, 9, 216, brackets, raised to the power of minus 5. Did anybody calculate? Yes, 735, I mean. 754. Good. Then minus what? 128 million, I mean. Is that correct? We're having 112 million 735 754.11. Yes. If you look at what is on the board, you will agree with me that the FPV is positive, right? And the project should be accepted. If we are to use IRR, you know, we had a challenge at that time. We had 10%, we keep on adding, and there was an issue. And it's very clear because our FPV was 10,000 plus. This one is million. I'll go try like 74% or 8 or 70. If you say let you add 10% to this, they are just joking. Because the FPV is very high. The one we did that time was 10,370. And we added 10. Did it work? And this one is a million. So the best thing is to even start from 8. We try 50 until we get a negative. So we should try like 8. So that means in a simple language, let me just try. You know, this is the first one we're doing, Abby. Let me just change this. Somebody press the calculator. If your calculator is the time that I can store things, you should have it there. Let me just change sharp. So I can just change my own here and see what will happen. Changing it to maybe 80%. I don't want to waste my time. 80 work, Abby. Yeah. So I don't need that stress. So from that our idea, we move straight because we want to get what? IRR.
Please, Queen, can you mute your mic?
64 can work. I remember I saw it the other time. I used that. But there is a method, but that would be a waste of time. But you keep on trying because it's called try and what? Error. So your own, you can just fast forward it and make sure you get a negative what? Value. Why am I saying so? We want to look at question B. This question B. Roman figure what? 1. Question B. Roman figure 1. Which is a MPV. Now the Roman figure 2 is the internal rate of what? Return. And we are believing that this is our MPV positive. And for our MPV negative, we'll try 64. Is it working? I press 64. Is it working? Negative. Good. So we don't need stress. It's when we don't know where we are going, we keep on trying and trying. You see that 10% we are adding. Are you following? That 10% is good where the MPV is very small. The MPV value is small. Not when the MPV is giving 1 million or a lot of value. We can just try by adding 20% when it is smaller. Assuming this will give us common 10%. Sorry, 10,000. We'll try 10. What's that issue? So.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
You try this.
Hello, sir.
But you have to just.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
How did we arrive at this 112 million? I'm not getting the same figures. We just jumped. We didn't take it one after the other. So
we did not jump. Oh. Maybe you are not following us. All we did.
I was, sir.
This is what you should do. I hope you have a calculator there. You add all the cash flows together. Did you add?
All the cash flow, that's each, for instance, for year 1, 50 million divided by 1.16.
No, I don't know where you go up on 1.16. Are you on IRR?
No, on MPV.
MPV is 16%, Abby?
Yes, sir.
50 million divided by 1.16 minus final minus 128 million. Do you know where we go 128 million?
The initial, the amount invested.
The cost, Nabi.
Yeah. Okay, sir.
When we subtract, we get 112 million, 734, 11 kobo. Is it clear?
Okay, sir.
Good. So we are moving on to Roman figure 2, where we are going to get internal rate of return. Remember, this one we did now, we have gotten 60%. We want to use this 60% as the first trial. Our second trial, we want to use 64%, so that we can get our IRR. So we move. Let's see how we can do to make sure we finish. We try how many percent? 16%, Abby. Our MPV was 112,735, 754, 11, Abby. We are using what? Is a B, Roman figure what? 2. IRR, we tried what? 16%. We have gotten it. So that someone will not say, what did we try? So they saw what we tried. And I would even use this one. I wouldn't even clean it first. So we now try again. 64 what? Percent. Our MPV 44%. Minus what? 348. 522. Kobo. Okay. Oh, 34,000.
822.
Like this.
286 naira.
296 naira. 21,8. So 71. So that means that's our, what is it called? Our NPV that we tried before with 16%. I will got 112,000, 12 million, and so on. We use that same NPV store, trying 64%. That means that place we put 16. It become 1.64. 1.64 raised to power 1, raised to power 2, raised to power 3, raised to power 4, raised to power 5, minus 128 million. We get negative 34 million 852 286 71. Therefore, we can apply what? Our IRR, DL plus FPV at time 1, FPV at time 2, all over FPV1 minus FPV2 that has minus DL, DH, minus DL. There are two values, lower FPV and higher FPV. The question is going to be, the last one I'll tell you what happened, and you want to do that yourself. It's the same thing, but I'll tell you what happened. Here is 16%, 0.16. This one is 112,735, 5411K, all over 112,735, 75411 minus 34,852 286 71. 0.64 minus 0.16. So we have okay. So with that, our calculator can do a good job. Remember that this denominator is plus. So this over this times plus, we'll get IRR. Let me see how I can run it. So have 112. Seven, 735. Everything. You mean wait. This divided by this is what? This one is 16 plus 0.7639 times what's the result of this? 0.48. This one is 48. But then I multiply. So multiply this, add to this. What do you have? Everything. We all know how to use calculator. This times it plus this. Board mass did not say you should add before the times. Board mass says multiply first before you think about addition or subtraction. Oh yeah, I'll quickly do that so that we can close this class for good. Everything. So this times this plus this.
0.52.
Are you sure? Wait. This times this plus this. 0.53, Abi, which is 50%, Abi. And remember, Abi? Oh, 53. Come on. Okay, approximately 50% of 53. I'll leave it like that. So it shows that for us to advise the company, we should accept the project, Abi, because the IRR is greater than the cost of capital. Our cost of capital is 16%, and IRR is greater. Our NPV is positive. Therefore, based on those two, we should accept the project because the NPV is positive, because the IRR is what? Greater than the cost of what? Capital. That is the reason, and that's how that solution is done. Yes.
So why did we try 64% and not a lower value?
It's not. Hello?
Why did we try 64%? We went from 16% to 64.
16 what?
I said, why did we go from 16% to try 64% and not a lower value?
Okay. I don't know whether you were there when we solved the last question, where the MPV was 10,370. Were you aware?
Yes, I was aware.
And that time it was 10%. We tried 20. Our MPV remained positive. We tried 30. It was positive. We tried 40. It was positive. Until we tried what? 70. So we save ourselves about those stories by trying a higher one. And there is formula we can apply if we so it. But that formula is ARR. Whatsoever our ARR is, look for 2/3 of it will give us. But that's a lot more. But the best thing, looking at the figure involved that is very large, you can try higher one because the idea between IRR is trial by and what? Error. So you keep on trying until you arrive at what? Negative. But we'll quickly run fast, get our idea. So let's try it.
Hello, sir.
Negative and work with it. Yes?
Hello, sir.
Go ahead.
Okay. Please, how did we arrive at 0.7639? I'm not getting the same figure.
Okay, what we did, the denominator was added, Abi?
Yes, sir.
So numerator divided by denominator will give us 0.7639.
Okay, sir.
Then multiply by the result of the right-hand side expansion.
Okay, sir.
So we now add it to 0.16. So from all indication, look at that C. There is no much to talk about that. You can continue with that one yourself. But let me tell you what is there. C says, how will your decision in 1A return us back to 1A? Are you following? That means return back to 1A means we are going to use C to do all the thing we did before about net cash flow. Are you there? The question is saying, how will 1A, 1A is calculating payback period, Abi, an accounting rate of what? Those two alone. They said, the question stated that if the selling price of the pack was later found to be 10% lower. 10% lower. 10% lower means minus. 10% lower means 90%. Sales volume year one was 160 million. Am I correct? Check now. Hello? If selling price was later found to be 10% lower than the estimated, I mean, the grammar is not clear. Oh. It's 1A I'm talking about. Oh. Wait. It's an error from their own because in our 1A, it has something to do with sales. Now, is there any sales there? So the 1A is deficit in the question, right? So it's not talking about 1A. It's talking about that, say there is A in the question. A. Maybe the question is believing that it is A and B. Remember, forget about that story. But what they are saying is that A question we have solved, right? Question A, because in 1A, actually, it's deficit that is there. And even in 1A, they didn't even tell us what to do. Read it. He said, what is the true deficit? What did they say we should do? Nothing. Because they just told us how the federal government borrows and what have you. And this C was not mentioned about deficit, have it? And the whole of question 1, it has nothing to do with sales. So it is this our same question, which has A, forget about the one I said, the A, payback period, and the accounting is what they are referring to. And that's why the person was talking about selling price. Mind you, if you are not confused, because you put in examination, you shouldn't be confused. The question is mentioning detergent pack. Where is the detergent pack again? Be careful in exam, because not every time the lecture will come. Hello, come to page 4. There's a problem in 1A. If they don't come your own hall. So you better look at the grammar. It talks about detergent pack. And there's no detergent pack in number what? 1. Abi? Detergent pack is in this one we're talking about. So in a simple language, what I'm simply saying here is that they expect you to recalculate sales value. Variable what? Cost. A very good example. Sales year 1 is 160 million. Agreed? Good. He said, if that sales is reduced by how many percent? And when something reduced by 10%, it means 90%. Somebody press calculator. 160 million times 0.9. What do you have? 160 million times 0.9. Somebody, is it reducing or increasing? That's what they are saying. You should do that all around till year 5. Any question? You can press calculator for that. And variable cost per unit was found to be 87% of what? Sales. Hello? You just got 140 million, Abi? 1.4 million. So 87% of that 1.4 million will be our variable cost in year what? 1. You continue like that till year 5. Then you recalculate all the things we have done. That means you write again sales minus variable costs minus fixed expenses minus depreciation. You are going to get a new cash flow that you are going to recalculate. Payback what? Period. You are going to calculate average accounting rate of what? Return. And be able to compare what happened in the first and what happened now. That is what they say you should do. And this same question was repeated in 2018, 2019. Are you seeing it? Question 2A. Are you there? 2A. Have you seen it? Is it different? Hello? 2A. This one was so nice. It gave us the units from year 1 to 5. Ladies and gentlemen, those of us online, any questions? Hello? Questions? In the absence of questions from both on set and those online, that is all we can take for today. God bless you. I see the men up on set. See you when the need arises.